Hello, greetings and good evening, one and all. Peace, namaste, hi. Thank you once again for tuning in and welcome to day 7 of my 30-day experiment regarding reconnecting body, mind, and spirit. Today is Thursday, August 24th, 2023. It's a little bit before 9:30 in the p.m. There's a wicked cool storm brewing outside. Perhaps you might catch a few flashes of lightning as it goes off in the background, and maybe even pick up some rumbles of thunder as it rolls by the building. Chewie is hidden away somewhere. She's not fond of storms at all. That's okay. Her instincts keep her safe and sound. So maybe she'll join us. Who knows? Hopefully, yes. Alright. So in today's episode, as we may call it, we will shift gears a little bit from flexing and strengthening the body and focusing on aligning the physical, and we move to feeding the mind, which in turn helps to nurture our spirit. Now, one of the most enjoyable, or one of my most favorite ways of feeding my mind is to delve into interesting books, especially when the time is right, the weather is right, find a nice little cozy spot, hole up, and just escape into a whole other world that's fueled by the imagination. And that being said, one of the books that I'm currently reading that I am inspired and excited to share with you, or share excerpts from with you, is called Celtic Light. Now, I'll quickly show you, or try to show you the cover. And this is available on Amazon, so I will add a link in the section below in case you'd like to check it out further. I highly recommend that you give it a go, or at least take a look at a few pages and such. During today's episode, I will read some excerpts that will hopefully grab your interest and inspire you to check out this fascinating book too. Sometimes I'm saddened at how rarely I see people reading or delving into books. But mind you, maybe there are many of you out there who still enjoy this type of pastime and hobby and do it in your own private spaces and such, and not necessarily in public. And in public, most people these days are just really glued to their cell phones. And I also find it very fascinating and a little bit disturbing, I must say, at how interested people are in artificial intelligence and electronics and technology and hardware and such, versus being interested in the most magnificent machine in creation today that has ever existed and that continues to evolve despite forces trying to limit its growth. The human body, the human mind, the human spirit has not been explored to its fullest potential, at least not by the majority of people. Most people these days, and I hear this phrase popping up every now and again, are afraid of being left behind. Or they tell me that I'm being left behind because I don't have the latest app or gadget and such. Meanwhile, I look at them and I see this. And I'm like, wow, if doing this means that I'm ahead of the game, then that's okay. I'd rather be where I am with things like these and nature and really going inward and introspecting and exploring what goes on inside of me, as opposed to learning about the ins and outs of an external gadget, right? Because at the end of our lives, we won't be able to take these gadgets with us. These gadgets won't help us cross over into the next space. Whereas the more we become comfortable with and aware of ourselves and the fears and the little nodes of energy that must be worked through, and the stresses and the pressures and whatnot, the more we're able to deal with that and resolve the tensions, the easier, I believe at least, the easier the transition to the other side will be. But I guess most people are afraid of facing death, right? Even though that's something we're all going to face. So, I don't know, the current human or majority human condition is really complex for me. Because why is everyone so hooked on or fascinated with this one thing? When there's so many different things all around to be interested in and explore as well, right? I'm sure we have this. So, that being expressed, I'll move back to the today's episode. And this book is, there's an excerpt from it, is A Tradition Rediscovered by Esther. What I'm enjoying about learning through this book is the connection of the relationship between cultivators and nature. And, the connection between organized belief systems and nature is not only attributed to cultivators. There are many belief systems, some belief systems for short for BS. It's like, what BS do you choose to believe? I choose to believe in a BS that helps to grow consciousness, and not one that creates fear and diminishes the potential of human consciousness and human potential and such. So, appreciate your patience and so for me, most traditions that support a connection between religion or organized belief systems and nature, it seems to be the hardest because there's a nice balance between the physical, mental, spiritual, the material things, and the unseen things. There's supposed to be this relationship between people, plants, animals, and even inanimate objects. And this is something that I've been practicing myself in my own way since I was pretty young, actually. As far as I can remember, I've always been able to use a very active fast forward. That also encouraging that as well. But to add personality or humanness or life to everything. And that always makes me because that's what magic is. This is it, right? It's how you watch animated cartoons or movies and these dishes and candles and dancing. Would that be possible? Well, how would we know if we try? We just dismiss it as like, sure, that's just a magic dish. And have you ever tried something? Now, it's just a example, but relationship with children and the relationship with plants seem to provide evidence that task that I really want to do is to use my brain more. Right? The other thing I noticed is I can use our laptop, Facebook laptop, but if I cannot do that, why would I like anything and so anyways, that makes sense. I wanted to use different gadgets for different things. I'm not using a cell phone to make this video for example. I'm using it actually for a computer. And camera, DSLR, which I need to charge up again and get back into using that. One day I went to start developing on film again, and I did some of this stuff in high school, and that was really fun, right? And I wanted to paint and draw and do things that are outside of the scope of technology. So, hopefully, if you do read this book or something along its lines, that spark of your divine intelligence will get reignited and will be inspired to go step away from gadgets, from the cell phone, and get more in touch with yourself, one, you, right? Outside of being influenced by influencers, I am an influencer. I need to figure out who I am and me. It's part of our journey. Sorry about this. It's really interesting. I apologize for that to point. So yes, the connection between organized belief systems and nature really makes sense to you. And when we incorporate the surroundings into our method, what's reasonable perspective? Another fascinating thing I'm learning about is what the Celtic cross means. So many people may have seen this as a cross and not really twice or neat. I myself was like that. It's just a symbol, it's a weird version of the cross. But I will read this to you. The cross with the circle means, essentially, the circle represents the great O of creation, the circle of the world, placed against the cross of redemption. They are brought together to form the whole. And this is part of the essence of the ceremony. It is marrying or meshing the circle of creation with sacrifices or with redemption, with taking care of any ways of energy that we have to influence and refueling ourselves. There is an interconnection between redemption and creation. Light cannot exist without the dark. Two are interdependent. So, as we move forward into a world that seems to be pushing artificial intelligence on us, I like to push back with saying that no, we need to figure out how to better maneuver and how to better process what we're doing as humans, and we get to reconnect with ourselves rather than, and learn more about ourselves rather than learning more about objects that are outside of ourselves. To me, that makes a lot of sense. Alright, so now that being said, I'm going to read to you some passages from the book itself so you can get a feel for what the author has to say. Everyone today keeps asking, what is the matter? And the short answer is, matter is the matter. It is our view of matter, the extent to which the church has spiritualized the faith and set it apart understanding of the world and creation, we would find such an attitude challenged and corrected. The world is God's world, and God is known in and through it. And when people speak about God, most people seem to think that it is this high power that's somewhere up above us, looking down on us and judging. From what I've learned along my journey, and of course it started when I was little, and you know, your parents tell you better be good or else God will punish you. And you start wondering, who is this God? What is this? Why would he punish me? Why are you always there? Are you seeing everything? Is God like Santa Claus? And as I matured and I continued reading philosophical books and getting the mindset of higher thinking minds, I discovered that a lot of the way that religion is taught to the masses is a very childlike way of explaining very high-minded principles. And it's because, and it's not to take away from those who are not high-minded, so to speak. But it's like trying to explain a PhD level paper to like a second grader. There'd be a disconnect. And in order for the university student to explain to the second grader, they would need to use different types of language, different types of words, different types of images to try and, help the second grader comprehend what they're talking about. And then as that second grader continues to grow, if they're so inclined to further explore what was taught to them, then they'll start to eventually be able to comprehend what the university level paper was talking about. But a lot of people believe what other people tell them very easily, and they stop at that. So one of the things that I heard along my way is that most of us already know ourselves by the time we're 18. And that's it. That's what we will be forever on. And I really have to disagree with that, again, based on my own experience. And thankfully, I've connected with others who also have realized likewise that no, at 18 we understand a certain level. We have a certain level of understanding of things, and that's when we're just beginning to come into our own, if we're lucky, right? And then as we continue to grow, continue to introspect and reflect and ponder things and try to grow out of our comfort zones, the more we begin to realize that we don't stop learning, we don't stop growing. It's a continuous journey, it's a continuous process, and it's something we can continue to do until we dissolve into the other side, right? And God is a level of energy vibration, a level of consciousness that is so far above most people, because again, most people like to take it easy and be like, oh, okay, the authority figure told me this, so I take it as that is how it is, and that's all I walk around with, and I will really understand the world. But thankfully, there are some of us who are like, okay, that's fine, I understand what the authority people tell us, but they're also people as well, and so they don't know everything, and what they know may not be the only way of comprehending something. So, as all of the great teachers have always said, do not take my words for granted. Don't take my words for gospel, and don't just believe my words without exploring and questioning and so on. So, having learned that when I was little, I've always kept that with me along the way. And some people are like, oh, you believe that? That's a conspiracy. Yeah, but how much of what you're saying is a conspiracy you haven't explored, and how much of what you believe in do you that's not a conspiracy as well. So, our human is very interesting. Yes, so the world of God is known through endings. The energy of God is known through the world and in the world if we are willing to open our eyes and minds to see it, right? The teacher will appear when the student is ready, the student will appear when the teacher is ready. Those who cannot hear the music think the dancers mad. If these sayings have so much wisdom in them, yet they're dismissed. It's just a funny saying. They're not. When you take the time to explore it and really ponder and contemplate what they mean, these aha moments go off in our mind and our level of comprehension evolves. And we level up. I think leveling up, just like in video games, leveling up is a real thing. Everything that's artificial, everything that is man-made, human-made, is inspired by the natural. And many people seem to have forgotten this and have been easily led to believe that what is artificial is superior to nature. Nature will never be overcome because no matter how much technology humans come up with, that technology will always be surrounded by natural forces. The universe is a natural force, or a combination of natural forces coexisting. So, hopefully, eventually, more and more humans will wake up to this scope of competition. If you stay away from your understanding because it has like a superiority completeness, right? It's standing under somebody else's belief system is what that means. So, be attentive to words that are being spoken at you, spoken to you, and fed to you, and be attentive to how you're processing this as well. Being attentive to what's happening with your own self, rather than being attentive as to what is being fed to you through cell phones, will help you, help us to continue to evolve really beautiful things. The profound sense of the immanence of God in the world, the sense of an all-pervading presence, that is what we will eventually tune into when we begin to explore the invisible that surrounds us. This is an approach to life in which God breaks in on the ordinary, daily, mundane, earthly. It is very much a down-to-earth spirituality, and that speaks so much to me because my passions are, what I'm attracted to, are nature, the divine, the unseen, the imaginal, which is another realm, and the spirit of our imagination. Through our imagination, we dream up new creations. So, the more our imaginations can get nurtured as opposed to being unbound, they funnel into just knowing how to work certain gadgets, the better, the happier, the less depressed, the more fulfilled we grow, essentially. Right? One of the things are so depressed, so many illnesses and physical illnesses. Why? Because everyone is just sitting around with this all day, and what does that lead to? It leads you into just a crazy world filled with so many influences that it's no wonder people are losing their sense of reality and sense of personality as well. daily life and transforms it so that at any moment, any object, any job, work can become a time and place for good and good God. It is ultimately a question of vision, speed. So the light looks to the top, opens up the world, which nothing is too commonly exalted, and nothing is so exalted that it cannot be hardened. As a woman in always considered myself as an art. there's nothing here in Celtic Christianity, for example. No, like native traditions also combine spirituality with nature and appreciate all sorts of life, nature, rocks, water, air, and such. So it's not just Celtic Christianity. This just happens to be what we're doing right now. But there's a lot of native cultures also support this way of being, thinking, and comprehending, appreciating. So there's nothing here of that Puritan legacy which has hung so heavily over much British and American religion, which seems to insist on the superiority of the spiritual and says that all that has to do with the body must be trampled on and denied. It's really interesting to me when people, authority figures, say that the human body, humans are flawed. They're also human. These humans who are all logically are also flawed are saying that they're flawed. So flawed beings are saying that everything is flawed is logical and should be just prove it. This sense of being flawed in and through the world of creation and in and through the material things of daily life was brought close to me on another occasion, which was to extremely significant. I think that we got on prayer by Whatafunk. But I got no further than the early pages when I was arrested by the invitation that she used. It was a blessing of the fire by completely brilliant as she opened the hands this time of the day. The night before, she will leave them the fire, people can actually live in one and use it at the same time. Pre-owned combination for the Trinity and launch into the heart of the earth. Now, at the start of the new day, she brought that fire to life again, and as she did, said, I will kindle my fire this night in the presence of the holy angels of heaven. As the embers burst into flame, she made that fire symbolic of the flame of love, which she would keep burning for herself, for her family, for her kin, for her enemies, God, kindle thou in the heart of him a flame of love to your neighbor, to your foe, to your friend, to your kindred, to the brave, to the meek, to the wrong. Without malice, without jealousy, without envy, without fear, without terror of anyone under the sun. Even if people wear suits and they speak with big words, there's no need to fear them because they are as flawed as they say the rest of us are. But forget that. There was an immediacy and an earthly spirit and a faithful truth. Here was a first which was essentially shaped by the simplicity and austerity of the present, reflecting neither the social nor the cultural failure of the Roman Empire. It reached people who were close to the earth, and whom the elements of stone, fire, and water, ebb and flow, tides and seasons, were amazing. Those things are the really real thing. There are the true truths in our life. And gratitude is a really good thing for us in the future. question. Meaning, because I always, usually in the back of my mind, I'm preparing for women. It's time to go to the next place because that's something nobody's been able to stop since we have time, right? And yes, people are looking on ways to download our consciousness to produce and whatnot, but for those of us who watch sci-fi movies and read sci-fi and read these things, we know it's going to be possible. We understand it all and that it's not so easy as just downloading our consciousness into like something new or artificial. It's something that's possible. And personally, I always listening to that and purposely using that for the sake of life, for the sake of being here. I don't understand this issue. And I don't, and it is just. And I think I sort of spoke to you earlier that most people don't know how to do anything without being mistakes. And by doing what everybody else is doing, there's a kind of safe right? It's always the ones who are it's always the ones who are curious and brave and want to go explore beyond that place that help grow consciousness. So which one do you want? You want to be scared, and it's fun if you are, right? But if you are in your heart, someone who is curious and brave and want to grow consciousness, then my regard, my experience, go for it. I should go for it. Who cares? You don't care what that other person thinks or what you and the other person. It's not a matter of being selfish, it's a matter of just being aware of others. So, yes, this type of thing is talking about people who are not afraid to share their earlier pagan, pre-Christian beliefs into Christianity and these people who believe. And that makes sense to me. The more we learn, the more we are able to not disregard the past, but make sense of the past. It's a continuous evolution of old ideas. And moving a certain emotion forward and upward. I love this part. This kind of Christianity was forged with a fire and a vigor that spoke to the heart, also to the head. So when we connect this chakra with this chakra, there's a huge surge of energy to the next energy that's formed or developed or instigated. And when that happens, this opens up and we are able to connect with this energy floats above us to our higher selves, and we're able to channel that energy through this internal consciousness through us, and we are able to see the bigger picture of this. So, I think I've rattled on for long enough now, and hopefully that was a good enough introduction to this most fascinating book. And to wrap it up, I will leave it back and then we'll call it a day. Christianity was forged with fire and light. It touches the heart as much as the mind. there is an approach to Christian life which is vivid, vigorous, and totally down to earth. This book, which is a new issue of The World Made Whole, presents a picture of a tradition in which life and art, loss and creation, body and soul, time and eternity, inner and outer, east and west, were all held together in creative unity. So think about God. Think about the universe. The universe encompasses everything within it. In order to have a mind space as vast as that, you need to be able to hold different concepts within our own mind. And it's not overwhelming. Once we start to put the pieces together, our inner space grows and creates space to bring in the more ideas. The smaller we keep our minds, the more stressed life becomes, the more stressed it feels, the smaller we feel, the more insignificant we feel, the more diminished in our own lives we become. It is a fascinating introduction to the spirituality. In its pages, we meet not only the great saints such as St. Catholic and St. Columba, but the humble and modest people who still brave with the traditional songs of the saints of faith and the word and the laughs so much. There's a truth of feelings. Engaging, obviously referenced, each of these things are information in highly rigorous where I am at the end of my journey in this book is where I'm learning about some priests who, in order to develop further what their intention is spirituality and their beliefs further, they ventured out into the wilderness, into the wild, with nothing, and eked out a living by building shelter out of stone or out of twigs, and making clothing out of animal skins, and using animals for it. So really living in collaboration with their natural surroundings, and by doing that, gaining a deeper appreciation for life. And as part of that, you become friends with the animals, and you can speak with the animals, and interact and learn this both from them. So, it's not some kind of basic thing that's just cool about these stories and miracles and nothing. Real people who venture out into the wilderness create more relationships with our natural ancestors that have experienced flowers and birds and things. Further into things, religion